Looking to trade your old bulk for some of the latest Pokemon booster boxes? Well, check CCGcastle.com. The process is very simple. Send in 1400 cards and get a brand new sealed booster box back. We ship boxes worldwide for free once we get your cards. Make sure to check video description or check CCGcastle.com for more information. How's it going, Pokefans? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Gardevoir GX deck for the future standard format, which is going to be a breakthrough up to the Guardian, Rising, and Burning Shadow. So the latest set, Burning Shadow, actually came with a couple very interesting cards. So the first of them are going to be Gardevoir GX. The second very interesting card in this set is definitely Guzma. I mean, Guzma is very hyped right now, especially a full art one. It's around $50 a piece. So in case if you would like to buy some Guzmas, my advice is to wait a little bit because they're actually on a hype right now. I think they can go down to like $30-35 a piece, and that's what I'm waiting for, and then I'm probably gonna buy myself a play set of them. So Gardevoir GX deck, very interesting deck. As I mentioned it, with the Secret Spring, you can basically once per turn attach Fairy Energy from your hand to one of your Pokemons. With the Infinite Force, you can hit for 30 times the amount of energy attached to both active Pokemons, and with that Twin Light GX, you can shuffle 10 cards from your discard pile back into your deck. On the other side, this card is very strong against Darkness decks, of course, because it has -20 resistance, but I also decided to take 4 copies of Fairy Drop so I can heal 5 damage counters from one of my Pokemon that has actually Fairy Energy, which will actually help me a lot to basically keep my Gardevoir in play. Also, I decided to play one Gallade with Premonition, so once per turn I can search my top deck, search my top 5 cards and put them in pretty much any order I like. Also with the Sensitive Blade, I can go for like 130, which is pretty cool. For example, I can one-hit knock on those Darkrai GX or EX without too many problems. Also, I'm running 1 copy of the Octillery with Abyssal Hand because it's a very good card in combo with the Gallade, and also I'm running 3 Tapu Lele GXs with the Wonder Tag, Energy Drive, and Tapu Cure. Unfortunately, Tapu Cure will not be allowed to use, but as for example, you can always tag one of the Rainbow Energy cards, or maybe just a regular Psychic Energy, so you can use the advantage of the Tapu Cure GX. 16 Pokemon, 32 Trainer cards, and 12 Energies. Let's move on to the item cards. 2 copies of Field Blower because it's a very good card. It can discard stadiums and tools from opponent's Pokemons in play. 3 copies of Rare Candy, so we can have that routes with the Rare Candy into the Gallade or Gallade GX. I'm running one of each Rescue Stretcher and Super Road, of course, so I can also recycle my energies back into my deck because I'm running only 8 basic energy cards, 4 copies of Ultra Ball, and right now plenty of supporter cards. Because we're going to lose V-Seeker after the rotation, I decided to play 1 copy of Bridget, of course, 2 copies of Guzmas. I'm also thinking about adding 1 more so I can have 3 of them. 2 copies of Lily, so we can basically draw cards until we have 6, in case if we don't want to use N, especially if we have very small amount of the prize cards left. So N is definitely good in the late game to disrupt our opponent, especially if we have Octillery on the bench. This is pretty cool. 4 copies of Professor Sycamore, and of course 2 Skyless, so we can search our deck for pretty much any type of the item or trainer card we really want. 2 copies of Flow Stones, and then I'm running 12 energies. 4 of them are actually double course energies, and 8 of them are actually Fairy Energy cards. So since this deck actually contains Octillery, you can also think about attacking 1 more Guzma and probably cutting something like a Lily. But you can also even cut those Fairy Drops if you don't feel comfortable playing them, and maybe tag just some max potions and add more Float Stones and more Guzmas and more energies, so you can have maybe even better consistency with the energies and Guzmas. But how the deck looks right now, I think it's pretty good balanced, and it works pretty well. So actually, if you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check ccgcastle.com because you can find all of these cards on ccgcastle.com. With TCG Center 5 code, you can also get 5% discount on your first purchase, so make sure to check that. I'm going to play 2 games in today's video, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy this deck review and deck battle, so see you in the game. Alright, so in today's video I'm going to play with Mega Gardevoir GX deck. This is very interesting deck. And I decided actually to build this deck around, what the opening hand. This is such a bad hand. I decided to build this deck for the next standard format, the breakthrough on, and basically I'm playing it with, the same thing is on the other side. I'm playing it with the 4 copies of Fairy Drops. So will that Fairy Drop be useful? I don't know, but we should definitely see. Also, my opening hand is not the best, so I'm just thinking about maybe playing Lily, maybe playing Bridget. But probably I'm gonna set up with my Bridget more basic Pokemons. Okay. Waiting for my opponent to set up his Pokemons, and we can go. Oh, what is this? Tapu Koko? Okay. Yeah, turn 1 Bridget, definitely. For 2 more routes and for 1 Tapu Lele GX. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to set up Tapu Lele just because I can attach my double course energy to him. Better than attaching it to my routes in the front. And I'm gonna just pass my turn. Next turn, I have Field Blower available in case of the item cards or stadium cards. I also have my Lily available for the draw support. So hopefully I can find something good. If not, at least I have 1 attacker available on my bench. So I'm just gonna need to put him in somehow in the active spot. On the other side, he can Sky High Claw for like 130. He can Tapu Thunder for like 50 for each energy attached to all of my Pokemons in play. So I need to be very smart and need somehow to avoid 1-hit nugget from that Tapu Thunder GX. Ultra Ball for VE Seeker and Lightning Energy. Alright, another Ultra Ball. So 2 VE Seekers already discarded, which I actually like a lot. And there's 1 copy of Raikou on the other side. And the last mystery card in my opponent hand is Tapu Lele, which could be for Maxi, for example, if there was a Gallade in his discard pile, but unfortunately it's not. Alright, and it is for Professor Sycamore. So he can grab himself a fresh hand of 7 new cards. Okay, my turn. So I actually survived this opening turn without taking a single damage counter, and I'm gonna play my Lily. Ooh, that's pretty much it. Okay, so I completely bricked here. I mean, I do have Tapu Lele, but I don't have bench space. However, there is another Lightning Energy attached to his Tapu Koko GX. At least next turn I can have 1 Mega... I can have 1 Gardevoir GX in play. I can have also my Ultra Ball for something like a Field Blower and that Tapu Lele, which can be for my Octillery, so I can Beazle hand for a couple more cards. 2 in total. I just need 1 energy card, and that's gonna be perfect. Or maybe even better Flowstone, for example. Let's play Guzma on that Roadblock Sudowoodo. So I can have 1 more bench space available. For now that Tapu Koko is not a big threat, that's for sure. There's a Fighting Fury Belt. Alright. And I just discarded like turn before my Field Blower into my discard pile, and there's another Tapu Koko. So right now I'm gonna actually take heavy damage, 130. However, I can heal like 100 damage counters. I just need to find a way to energy attached. So if I can find energy, I can definitely use my Fairy Drop and heal like 100 damage counters, which is around 75% of the total damage counters that he will does with that Sky High Close. So there is another Professor Sycamore. Alright, Field Blower discarded. Ninja Boy, that's interesting. Because he might also play some... Oh, 160 this time. Okay. Sky High Close for like 160. Still, if I can find something like the energy card, I can definitely benefit from it. So a Beazle hand for energy. Nope. Alright, time to play that in. Well, there is energy card, but right now I'm not gonna attach my Fairy Drop. Okay, let's just use Secret Spring. One more energy attachment. Ultra Ball into the something like Routes and Sycamore for, of course, another Curlia. Yep, very important to have two Gardevoirs in play. I'm still saying Mega Gardevoir, but it's not Mega Gardevoir, it's Gardevoir GX. And I hit my opponent here for like 100. Next turn I can expect knockout from his Tapu Koko. So far he can go for 220. Still not enough for the one-hit knockout against my Mega Gardevoir. I said again Mega Gardevoir against my Gardevoir GX. It's very hard to get used on those new GXs. Especially on the GXs they were also EXs in the past. So there was also Mega Gardevoir in the past. Okay, so there's another Max Elixir, and will there be the energy attached? Nope, no sign of the energy, but he can again use Sky High Close for like 130. Okay. Acerola. Yeah, I was very scared about that card, and he actually played it. This is very dangerous combo, so Sky High Close for like 130, and I definitely need to get enough energies for the one-hit knockout. So this attack does 30 damage for each energy attached, so that's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I need one more energy card to be attached. And then I can actually one-hit knockout his Tapu Koko. So you can judge for yourself how broken this really is. Alright, let's use Premonition. Oh, nice top deck, definitely. That can be the top deck. Yeah, I think N is gonna be much better in this situation. Energy attachment, retreat into my Guardy. And of course, I'm hitting hard here for like 180. So that's enough for the knockout. Double Course Energy and Rare Candy. There we go. On the other side, again, my opponent can go for 200, 220 max. How the things going on right now? I do have Fairy Drop available. I also have another Rare Candy available. But the most important thing here is to basically keep those Fairy Drops for the later, so I can actually recover much easier. And right now I actually have energy attachment limit. I should be very careful about attaching energy cards, and there's a Lysander play, which is definitely going to be into my Galate, so he definitely wants to knock him out somehow. But looks like that's not gonna happen. And right now I think how the game will actually be over for my opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is not enough. This attack does 30 damage times the amount of energy attached to both Pokemon. So he have 2, I have 4. That's like 6. That's 180, 210, 240 with 8 energy cards. Does they need to be fairy energies? Nope. Okay, let's see what we can find with Premonition. I guess I can use my Sycamore. No, I'm actually gonna take that energy card and Professor Sycamore. Okay. A Beazle hand. Alright, so one more energy, and I guess I can be greedy monster here. Why not? It felt good. Okay, so that's like 240. There was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 energies, and that was like 240. And that's the victory here. I mean, again, Mega Gardevoir. Gardevoir GX, such a broken card. This is just not a true. I really like it. So let's play one more game with it. Alright, so my opponent's turn. Let's take the look at the opening hand. No basic Pokemon. Alright. Waiting for fresh hand of 7 new cards, so I can basically see what I can take. Okay, there's Ralts and 2 Tapu Lelas. Ooh, but there's also Bridget in my hand. I like that opening hand. I really like it. There's like a tons of possibilities what I can do with it. I can definitely, of course, set up Bridget turn 1. Turn 2, I can play my Tapu Lele into the N, which I'm probably going to do. And there is one Sycamore for 7 on my opponent's side. The max damage counter output he can do with his Alola Ninetales is 210, which means that Gardevoir GX will not be one-hit knocked out by any means from my opponent Pokemon in play. However, he can definitely try to snipe for like a 50 and then try to use advantage of those damage counters. But as long as I have my favorite drops, I really don't need to worry about that too much. So let's just play that Bridget as the turn 1. I'm not going to attach my energy, mainly because I really want to use advantage of my fairy drop, just in case if my opponent decides to snipe me for like a 50. I don't need to rush anywhere with the energy attachment. There is another water energy attached and a Alola Ninetales, so he definitely decide to evolve into a Alola Ninetales so he can apply pressure with the Ice Blade. Of course, he can take the knockout against my active Ralts, or he can maybe just snipe my Benched Ralts. It really depends. So how do things looks right now? I'm just thinking about playing my Tapu Lele into the Skyla for the rare candy so I can evolve my Gardevoir, attach energy and hit my opponent for like 120 damage counters. And in that case, if he wants to use Ice Pad, he can definitely do that. Again, I can heal my damage counters with the Fairy Drop. Then next turn I can set up my another Tapu Lele and grab myself probably Sycamore for 7. Okay. So what will be the next move? Ice Blade. To the active one or to my Benched one? To my Benched one. Okay, that's fair enough. That's actually fair enough. Let's then just play that Fairy Drop and surprise our opponent. More than that, this could be one Ultra Ball for something like this into my Octillery. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Evolve my Curlia, play my Octillery, get that Abyssal hand. So who knows, maybe I can even find right now Floatstone and Rare Candy. Yeah, there is a Floatstone. There is also a Ultra Ball available in my hand. Yeah, I can definitely play that for another Curlia. Why not? So I can have 2 of them in play. And then I can simply play my Tapu Lele and get myself something like Professor Sycamore for fresh hand of 7. So all I really need right now is one Gardevoir and Rare Candy. Or maybe Rescue Stretcher and the Rare Candy. So I have 2 different options available. Well, it was very close. But I can definitely say not enough. Rescue Stretcher I think it's not worth to play. Field Blower, yep, that is worth to play. Definitely. Where should I retreat? That's a good question. Of course, down to my Tapu Lele, so I can pass my turn back to my opponent. Right now, how the thing's looking, he cannot one-hit knock out my Tapu Lele, which is a good thing, but with another Choice Band or Kukui, he can. Oh, no, Field Blower for my Floatstone. Okay. So I have 3 Gallades available in my hand, plus Rescue Stretcher for that Tapu Lele play, a Beazle hand, and energy attached. That's just insane. This hand right now looks just gorgeous. And I think how I actually have very good chance to one-hit knock out my opponent, Alola Ninetales. I think I actually have him here, so he also needs first to find energy card. He would probably like to have that Lysander play. Oh, there's a V Seeker, which is probably going to be for Kukui, so he can get the knockout against my Tapu Lele, but he first needs to get an energy card. I still didn't see energy. If my opponent misses energy attached this turn, oh no, he didn't miss energy attached this turn, so I would already say the game is over, but it's not. So Blizzard Edge for 180, so he managed to take the knockout. And he needs to discard 2 energy cards. And right now, I need to do some math calculation. So in order to one-hit knock out my opponent, I need to have 7 energies in total. Can I put 7 energies in total in play? Without too many problems. I can definitely do that. 7 times 3, it's 210. Let's see what we can find with Premonition. I need some double course energies. Oh, there we go. There is the one. And I can actually benefit from Sycamore. That's for sure. Okay, so give me that a Beazle hand for that double course energy. Energy attachment, Secret Spring. So right now I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energies. More than that, there is a Rescue Stretcher, which I'm definitely going to use. And play 1 huge Sycamore for 7. I hope I'm not going to miss energy attachment. Okay, there we go. There is the energy card. So I can use another Secret Spring. More than that, I'm also going to play 1 Ultra Ball, which is going to be for Tapu Lele and for the Skyla. Into my another Ralts. And I'm done for now. So that's 210. That's exactly enough for the one-hit knock against my opponent Ninetales. And right now he actually needs somehow to recover from this position, which is definitely not going to be easy task for my opponent. However, I also have some fairy drops available, 2 of them. So that's just pretty sweet. On the other side, I also have my Tapu Lele available for the Guzma. So just in case, I can also play my Guzma and Lysander one of my opponent Ninetales for another knockout. But so far, I don't see them. Oh, however, there is a Rescue Stretcher, so it might be for the Ninetales, and it is. So huge disadvantage for my opponent. I mean, he cannot one-hit knock out my Gardevoir. And I think how Gardevoir GX is much more better deck than the Ninetales, and it's much more favorable. Definitely, if you want to have a good matchup against Gardevoir, you should play Tapu Koko GX, Tapu Koko regular one, the promo one, so you can just spread damage counters around the board with the flying flip. And when you spread damage counters, 20 damage counters around the board with the flying flip Tapu Koko, then you can actually go for 210 and have one-hit knock against your opponent, Gardevoir GX. That's the strategy with the Ninetales, and that's what you actually that's what you need really to do. I mean, you really want to use Tapu Koko and fly flip so you can have chance to one-hit knock out your Gardevoir. Also, something like Glacian can help a lot, for example. But there's on the other side the cards like Pokemon Ranger, the cards like Guzma and Escape Rope, and yeah, on the other side, that's not that good as some people should think it is. Okay, Ultra Ball for another, oh, for the Alola Ninetales. Oh, that's nice. With a Luminous Barrier. Ooh, okay. This is also the reason why you actually need to have that Gallade available in your deck, so you can knock out Pokemons like this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to play my Skyla. And that Skyla should be for something like a Ultra Ball. So I can basically Ultra Ball into the another Gardevoir GX, because I have Rare Candy available. Of course, right now my Sensitive Blade is activated. I can just abuse a hand for 5, there is no need to Premonition. Super Road and Field Blower. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play Field Blower to scrap that Float Stone. What I need to do here is I need to retreat. But first I'm gonna use my Premonition. Oh, Guzma is a top deck. That's a nice one. And some energies. So in order to retreat here, I'm just going to pay my retreat cost, which is going to be 1 double course energy. I could also play retreat cost for 2 fairy energies and recycle them with the Super Road. Decided not to do that. Sensitive Blade, yeah, that's 1-hit knockout against that Ninetales. I don't need to worry about it. One more prize card for me, which is Professor Sycamore. Alright, very nice. Of course, he really wants to use the advantage of the Glacian. So there is a double course energy attachment, so he can Crystal Ray me, but I'm definitely looking forward to knocks out his Ninetales on the bench if it's possible, and I think it will be the possible, because my top deck will be that Guzma, and I will also have that free switch, so my double course energy will stay preserved, or maybe not if there's gonna be, of course, a VS Seeker for N. So the things will change just for a little bit, but still I have a Beazle hand available, so I really don't need to worry too much about that. And there is also Tapu Lele in my hand, an energy card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I actually have enough. So, oh, there is also a Float Stone. Let's go with the Secret Spring first. An energy attachment. How many Guzmas do I play? Oh, only 1. Okay. Super Rod. To get rid of some of the cards. Floatstone can definitely be attached. Then I'm going to play my Abyssal hand in hope to find Guzma. Yep, there it is. There is a Guzma. And I have exactly 7 energies, which is more than enough for the knockout. I can also use my Premonition. 2 Fairy Drops. Energy and something like this. Okay. So let's hit with Infinite Force for 210. Let's 1-hit knockout that Ninetales. And take 2 more prize cards. And the prize cards are gonna be Energy and N. Even if my opponent want to play that N, it's not gonna be that effective. Especially because I have my artillery on the bench. I also have that Gallade, so I can Premonition and get what I need. There is another Vulpix, but the most important thing is that I have Tapu Lele available in my hand for the most important card in the Future Standard format, which is going to be a Guzma. And yeah, that's it. A Beazle hand for 4. He definitely wants to find that N. Crystal Ray is the only thing that he can do right now at this situation. Alright, Water Energy, attention to Vulpix. I mean, I have 3 Tapu Leles, so I really don't need to worry. I recycled them so many times, and there is a Wonder Tag. So will that Wonder Tag be for N? We shall see. Once again, I don't worry about being N here. So even if my opponent ends me here, and if I find Guzma, I can simply play Guzma down to my Gallade, and I can one-hit knock out his Vulpix, Remoraid, or Octillery for the last prize card here, and that's gonna be the GG. Alright. And I still have, like, how many Fairy Drops do I have? 2 of them, so I can also place those Fairy Drops. As for example, oh, I get N. Interesting. I'm definitely going to play my Premonition here. Crystal Ray. For 100. That's a lot of damage counters. Ha, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, double Course Energy. I guess I can deal some more damage counters here to my opponent Pokemon's in play. Let's first go with a Beazle hand. Alright. Yeah, I can even do something like this. Secret Spring, just in case if I don't have, as for example, Guzma. But I know I have Guzma. I know I have Guzma available for the knockout. And that knockout should be, I guess, against one of his low HP Pokemons, as for example, a Vulpix. And I can basically hit with my Infinite Force and knock him out. I could even charge up my Tapu Lele, for example, with 3 energies, and he also had like 3 energies, which would be enough for the knockout against his Glacian. But that's it, guys. That's the GG. I hope you enjoy watching this video, so make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know also what you think about this deck, and stay tuned for more videos.